It is written, God is love, and love then must be God.
In the 1960s, America was on fire. The civil rights movement, Vietnam, political assassinations. People were desperate for hope, for unity, for someone who promised change. And into that chaos stepped Jim Jones. To some, he was a prophet of justice. To others, he was family. But beneath the sermons and smiles, there was deception. This is how one man weaponized compassion, and how the red flags were there all along. Jim Jones didn't just build a church, he built a persona.
You know, for 30 years, I prayed to a sky god, and I got down on my knees, and I pleaded, and I cried for help, and I got nothing but disappointment and heartache. And now we have a Father who loves each one of us so much, we don't even have to ask.
In Indianapolis, he opened the People's Temple and preached racial integration decades before it was popular. He welcomed black and white families to sit side by side, promising equality when segregation was still law.
Cheddar cheese filled with cheese.
To the hungry, he gave food. To the poor, housing.
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
To the sick, he offered miracles. Many of those miracles were staged. He planted loyal followers in the congregation to collapse, only to rise again at his touch. Each performance reinforced the illusion that Jim Jones was not just a preacher, but a prophet.
And take that step. Bless your heart. Take that step. Move forward. Move forward. Walk briskly. Walk.
Jones was more than charismatic. He was strategic. He knew how to recruit the vulnerable, single mothers, the elderly, people of color, excluded by mainstream churches, all found a home in the People's Temple.
It didn't make no difference what color you were. There was everybody welcome there in that church, and he made it very plain from the platform.
We had some people that disagreed with Jimmy that got up in the audience and said they disagreed with him. They did not like this integration part of this services. We did ask people to leave the church one night because of that.
Membership exploded, first in Indianapolis, then in California. By the 1970s, Jones had thousands of loyal followers.
We share and we all eat as they did and was revealed in the church. Say, what does it mean to have all things common? It means you don't have to worry anymore. It means when all people are one family, as they were when the church was conceived and was in inception on the day of Pentecost, when you are together as one, you don't have to worry anymore. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry no more.
That sense of belonging came at a cost. Jones demanded total loyalty. He preached that family outside the temple was dangerous, untrustworthy, and he wrapped every demand in the language of love.
No preacher in America that loves you so much that when we need money so badly to prepare for our exodus, because we'll have to leave just as sure as the children did under Moses from Egypt. We'll have to find ourselves places hewn out in the mountains, and we need supplies. We need all kinds of supplies, even getting distilled water. We have to take care of every provision, sanitary equipment, all kinds of medical supplies. We need it, but there's not a preacher in the world that would have stopped short in his offering. He's too conscious of paying for his Cadillac. There's not a preacher in the world that would have stopped his offering and said, my folks, I love you. I want to tell you the truth. I want to give you the truth.
That's the red flag. When devotion is demanded in exchange for compassion.
I came to him and healed him. Oh, yes, I can heal you. Oh, yes, I can raise you from the dead. Oh, yes, I can open your blinded eyes. Oh, yes, I can get you out of prison. Oh, yes, I'll give you a home. Oh, yes, I'll take you in when you're lonely. Oh, yes, I'll make a heaven out of your hell. But I'm in a war against your buzzard God. I'm at war with your buzzard God. I've come here to defeat your buzzard God.
Even as Jones rose to power, cracks began to show. Whispers of financial exploitation, staged healings, and abuse circulated.
I had welts really bad, and when I went to work the next day, one of my employees noticed the welts when I sat down, and I just broke down and told her. She didn't even know I was People's Temple. And she called the manager of the station up, and they talked to me about leaving. I couldn't say goodbye to my son and my husband, because at that point it was like the Gestapo. The families were turning in each other. If I had said goodbye, one of them would have reported me.
It's kind of like when you get married and you have this ideal and you're in love, and then, the honeymoon wears off and reality sets in. And most people, once the going gets rough, don't jump out immediately.
Former members claimed Jones used sex as control.
And so another woman says, well, you know what, you ought to just take off your clothes and show them what you got. You ain't got nothing. And so by this time, they look back to Jones, and so he looks up his glasses, and he nods with approval. Yeah, that's a good idea.
She was to be totally naked, and she was down to nothing but her skin. Not even any shoes on, no bra, no panties, no nothing.
Then they begin to say what her breasts looked like, her stomach, butt, vagina, you name it. Everything they could think of, they were saying. By this time, her face is red. Her body's almost red from embarrassment. And I noticed something. Jones was sitting, looking over his sunglasses, but he had a smile on his face, like he's really enjoying this woman being torn down.
Yet still, thousands stayed. Why? Because leaving meant losing not just a church, but a community, a family, a savior.
No, that's not love. Whoever made you did not love you. I did not make you, but by damn, I will save you.
The mask of compassion had begun to slip, but most followers could not see it yet. Jones had carefully woven dependence into devotion, and when critics came calling, he had a solution. Escape to a paradise of his own making.
When that transition comes, there shall be no need for gods, any other kind of ideology, rituals, tradition, and religion. The opiate of the people shall be removed from the consciousness of all mankind. There shall be no longer further need for anything religious when freedom comes. There will be no need for concerns about the tomorrows, because every day will be heaven. We will have built the heaven that man has suppositionally dreamed about. We will have the heaven that we have been taught by the white masters would one day be given to us, that we might be able to shine somebody's shoes in the throne room. But we shall have our freedom here and now.
Jim Jones started as a preacher of hope, but hope was the bait. Behind every smile, every promise, every healing was a red flag. And when he took his followers into the jungle, those red flags became impossible to ignore. This was part 1 of our series on Jim Jones. Next week, Paradise in Chains, how Jones built Jonestown and turned a promised utopia into a prison. Subscribe to Red Flag Files so you don't miss the next chapter. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.